Hi guys, and welcome back to day 4 of the 7-day jungle themed yoga challenge. I'm Barbara Massa, and I'll be walking you through today's practice. Now today's flow is inspired by the wildcats here in Costa Rica, in particular the jaguar. And these jaguars represent power, ferocity, and valor. So we'll be working on building some heat today and building up a little bit of strength. So with that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful practice, and I'll meet you on your mat.
We'll start in a wide leg child's pose. Hips to the heels, arms elongating out in front of you. Forehead resting gently on the mat. We'll stay here for a couple of moments, connecting to the breath and hooking into that yoga zone. Forgetting about everything that happened before class and everything you have going on afterwards. Go ahead and shift forward onto the forearms, sliding your legs back behind you for Sphinx pose. Energizing down through the forearms as you lift your head and chest. Press your pubic bones into the floor. Engage your legs and keep your elbows tucked into your sides. The shoulders roll down the back and your chest is forward, lengthening your tailbone towards your heels. And releasing. Right arm cactuses out beside you, coming up onto the left fingertips as you draw that left foot back and around, finding a nice twist. Feeling the stretch in the right shoulder and a nice twisting sensation in the spine. And releasing, coming back through center. Left arm cactuses out, coming up onto the fingertips of the right and bringing that right leg up and over. Feeling into that left shoulder and feeling into the nice twist of the spine. And releasing. Coming back through center and coming up into an all-fours position. Shoulders stacked above the wrist, hips above the knees. We'll inhale to a cow. Exhale, curling around the spine, coming into a cat. Inhale, belly drops, looking up. Exhale, curling around the spine, looking up at your navel, moving with your breath. Inhale, belly drops, heart shines forward, looking up. Exhale, curling round. Inhale, belly drops. Exhale, curling round. Last one. Inhale, belly drops, looking up. Exhale, curling round the spine, looking up at your navel. We'll come back through tabletop, tuck the toes, lift the hips, and pressing back. Downward facing dog. First down dog of the practice. Feel free to move around here, finding any movements that resonate with you and your body at this time. Maybe pedaling out the feet, taking your dog for a little walk. Allow the hips to traction upward as you press the heels into the ground. And if the back of the legs are feeling a bit tight, put a little bend into the knees, adjusting the pose to whatever you're feeling. Spreading wide through the fingertips. Go ahead and walk the hands back to the heels, grabbing onto opposite elbow, finding ragdoll, shifting the weight from side to side, releasing any tension in the neck and the shoulders, shaking the head yes, nodding it no. Go ahead and interlace the hands behind you, drawing the hands up and back towards the mat, opening up through the shoulder blades. Put a big bend into your right knee. Right shoulder to right knee, just opening up. And coming back through center. Putting a big bend into your left knee. left knee to left shoulder. Opening up here, feeling the stretch in the back of the legs. And coming back through center. Arms release down to the mat, and slowly walk your way back out to a downward facing dog. On an inhale, hips traction up towards the sky, and exhale, walk your feet up to meet your hands. We'll inhale, chest lifts, flat back. Exhale, fold forward over the legs. On an inhale, arms circle, root to rise, maybe looking up. Interlacing the fingers, except for those index fingers. On an inhale, shift up, and go ahead and move the body from side to side. Body moves to the right as your hips press to the left, and vice versa. Every time you come through center, growing a little bit taller, elongating the spine. We'll come back through center and go for a small back bend. Exhale, forward fold over the legs. Hands to shins, flat back, inhale. And stepping back, Chaturanga Dandasana, all the way to the mat. We'll inhale, Baby Cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, heart shines forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, Baby Cobra. Exhale, tucking the toes, lifting the hips, downward facing dog. We'll take an inhale here. And exhale, releasing it out. Inhale. Exhale, step or jump, light, top edge of the mat. We'll inhale, hands to shin, flat back. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms circle, root to rise, maybe looking up. And exhale, hands to prayer in front of the heart. On an inhale, arms circle. Exhale, fold forward over the legs. Inhale, heart shines forward, flat back. And exhale, stepping back and moving through your vinyasa. Inhale, cobra, maybe up dog. And exhale, pressing back, downward facing dog. Knowing you can skip these vinyasas at any time. Inhale, shift forward to plank. Swivel onto the blade edge of that right foot, and the left wing lifts up high to the sky for side plank. Option to bring those left toes into the right thigh, fallen tree. Stay here or lower the hips, and inhale, opening up to wild thing. Hand can come to the heart center. Exhale, releasing back to plank and going through your vinyasa. Inhale, cobra, maybe up dog. Exhale, pressing back, downward facing dog. Inhale, hips lift. Exhale, shift forward to a plank. Shift the weight into the left hand and swivel onto the blade edge of that left foot as the right wing opens up to the sky. Option to bring those right toes into the thigh, fallen tree, or step that right foot back, hips lower, opening up, finding wild thing, hand to heart. Exhale, coming back through plank and lowering down, moving through your vinyasa. Inhale, cobra, maybe up dog. Exhale, pressing back, downward facing dog. Take an inhale here, and exhale. Inhale, hips lift. Exhale, step or jump light, top edge of the mat. Inhale, hands to shin, flat back, and forward fold over the legs. On an inhale, arms circle, root to rise, and hands to prayer in front of the chest. Setting an intention for your practice, maybe closing down the eyes and reconnecting to the breath. On an inhale, arms circle. Exhale, forward fold. Heart lifts, flat back on the inhale, and stepping back and moving through your vinyasa. Inhale, cobra, maybe up dog, your back bend variation. And exhale, pressing back, downward facing dog. We'll take an inhale here and exhale. On an inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, step it between the hands. Rise to crescent on the inhale. The front thigh is parallel to the ground, and you're working that back heel towards the back of the mat. Arms roll down the spine, shoulders away from the ears, creating space, and the belly is in. Now we're going to go for some pulses. So go ahead and straighten that front leg and bend it. Straighten and bend. Good, keep going. For 3, 4, last one, 5, excellent. Back in crescent. On an inhale, looking up, full expression. And exhale, arms frame the front foot, stepping back. Option for one-legged chaturanga if it's in your practice. Inhale, cobra, maybe up dog. And pressing back, downward facing dog. And we'll go for the other side. On an inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, step it between the hands. Rise to crescent on the inhale. And holding here and checking your alignment. That front thigh is parallel to the floor. Your belly is engaged. Shoulders roll down the back, away from the ears. And that back leg is working towards straight. Back heel energizing out towards the back of the mat. Go ahead and straighten that front leg and pulse. Straighten for 2, 3, 4, last one, 5, coming back to crescent. On an inhale, looking up, full expression, and hands frame the front foot, stepping back, option for one-legged chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, maybe up dog, and pressing back, downward facing dog. On an inhale, hips move forward, and exhale, step or jump light, top edge of the mat. We'll inhale, heart shines forward, and exhale, forward fold. Arms circle, root to rise, maybe looking up, and hands to prayer in front of the heart. On an inhale, arms circle. Exhale, falling forward. We'll inhale, hands to shin for a flat back. And exhale, stepping back and moving through your vinyasa. Heart lifts, cobra, maybe up dog. And pressing back, downward facing dog. On an inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, step it between the hands. We'll rise to crescent on the inhale. And opening up, finding warrior 2 on the exhale. Front heel is in line with the arch of that back foot. Right toes are pointed directly ahead, with the knee aligned just over the ankle. Drop that front thigh so it's parallel to the floor. The shoulders are stacked directly above the hips and the lower belly is lifted. We're going to go for some pulses here, so come up onto that front toe and we'll pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heel back to the floor. On an inhale, flip the front palm, reverse the warrior, and windmill the arms, stepping back and moving through your vinyasa. We'll inhale, cobra, maybe up dog, and exhale, pressing back, downward facing dog. On an inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, step it between the hands. We'll rise to crescent on the inhale, and exhale, opening up, finding warrior 2. The front heel is in line with the arch of that back foot. Work on firming that back thigh as you activate the inner muscles of both legs by energetically drawing the front heel towards the back arch and vice versa. Shoulders roll down the back. And come up onto that front toe and we'll pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Heel comes down to the mat, flip that front palm, reverse the warrior. Good. Circle the arms and stepping back and moving through your vinyasa. Inhale, cobra, maybe up dog, your back bend variation. And exhale, pressing back, downward facing dog. Go ahead and elongate those hips on an inhale. And step or jump light, top edge of the mat. We'll inhale, hands to shin, flat back. And exhale, forward fold. On an inhale, arms circle, root to rise. Exhale, hands in prayer in front of the chest. Arm circle, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, heart shines forward, flat back. And exhale, stepping back and moving through your vinyasa. Inhale, heart lifts, feeling into the meditation. And pressing back, downward facing dog. On an inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, step it between the hands. We'll rise to crescent on the inhale. Opening up, finding warrior two. Exhale. Flip the front palm, reverse the warrior. And we'll come into a Bikram triangle. So right elbow to the right knee as you stretch and reach your left fingertips up and towards the ceiling. The right thigh is parallel to the floor. Left leg is straight. Pull up on the left thigh. Squeeze that left butt cheek. No body weight in the fingertips on the floor. Right thigh parallel to the floor. Right elbow pressing against the right knee. And we'll hold here. Taking it one breath at a time. On an inhale, coming back through warrior two. Flip the front palm, reverse the warrior. And exhale, windmilling the arms and stepping back, moving through your vinyasa. Inhale, heart shines forward, your back bend variation. Exhale, pressing back, downward facing dog. On an inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, step it between the hands. We'll rise to crescent on the inhale. And opening up, finding warrior two. Exhale. Flip that front palm, reverse the warrior. And making your way into that Bikram style triangle on the other side. So arms back, palms face forward. Left elbow in front of your left knee. Right leg is strong and solid. Push the outside edge of your right side foot into the floor. The left elbow gently pressing against the left knee. Right arm back an inch or so to twist the body upwards towards the ceiling. And hold here. Taking it one breath at a time. Feeling into that strength. Go ahead and come back, warrior two. Flip the front palm, reverse the warrior, and circle the arms, stepping back and moving through your vinyasa. Inhale, cobra, maybe up dog. And exhale, pressing back, downward facing dog. On an inhale, the hips stretch, elongating that spine. And exhale, step or jump light, top edge of the mat. We'll inhale, hands to shins, flat back. And exhale, forward fold. On an inhale, arms circle, root to rise, looking up. And hands in prayer in front of the chest. Arms circle, inhale. And falling forward like a waterfall, exhale. Heart shines forward, inhale. And stepping back and moving through your vinyasa, just feeling into the repetition. Chest lifts, cobra, maybe up dog. And pressing back, downward facing dog. On an inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, step it between the hands. We'll rise to crescent on the inhale. Exhale, tilt forward, finding arrow pose. Palms come out, thumbs roll out and up, creating some space in the shoulders. Torso forward over the front thigh. Inhale that left knee into the chest, finding stork pose, balancing on the right leg. And from here, seeing if you can quietly and gracefully step back like a cat, finding warrior two. Inhale, flip the front palm, reverse the warrior, and windmill the arms, stepping back and moving through your vinyasa. Inhale, your back bend variation, and exhale, pressing back, downward facing dog. On an inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, step it between the hands. We'll rise to crescent on the inhale and tilt forward, finding arrow pose. Palms come out, thumbs roll out and up. Torso forward over that front thigh. On an inhale, that right knee into the chest for stork, balancing on the left leg. Holding here before slowly and quietly as you can, stepping back, finding warrior two. Flip that front palm, reverse the warrior, and windmill the arms, framing the front foot and stepping back, moving through your vinyasa. Inhale, cobra, maybe up dog. And exhale, pressing back, downward facing dog. We'll take an inhale here. And exhale. Just recentering yourself and connecting back to the breath. Shift forward, dropping the knees to the mat, untucking the toes, and coming into an all-fours position. Shoulders stacked above the wrists, hips are above the knees. On an inhale, right arm comes out to the side, and exhale, thread it underneath the left, bringing the head to the mat. That left arm can lift up, opening up the left side chest. Inhale, and exhale, press it back into the mat before sweeping that right arm back out and up, and coming back through center. On an inhale, that left arm reaches out and up, and exhale, thread it underneath the right, head coming down to the mat. Inhale, right arm lifts off the mat, opening up that side chest, and exhale, pressing it back into the mat before sweeping that left arm out and up, and coming back through center. Go ahead and walk the knees forward, sitting back on your bum, and we'll go for boat pose. So the feet come off the mat, the shoulders are out, elongated in front of you, and the legs are your idea of straight. Exhale, lower to low boat. Inhale up, exhale lower. Inhale up, exhale lower. Inhale, exhale. Keep going, moving with your breath. Inhale up, exhale lower. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Last one. Inhale up, exhale lower. Inhale, bring the hands in front of you, interlacing the fingers, and slowly bring it over to the right, firing up the side abdominals. Coming back through center, and slowly dropping it down over to the left. We'll come back through center, arms up above your head, and slowly releasing back down to the mat. And we'll go for some bicycle kicks if you're up for it. So hands behind the head, bring in the left elbow to the right knee, and swapping over. We'll go for 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And releasing all the way down to the mat. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let the knees spread wide for a reclined butterfly pose. One hand on the belly, one hand on the chest. Just taking a moment here to connect back to the breath. Maybe feeling that heart beating proudly underneath your chest. Just relaxing and melting into the mat. We'll go for bridge pose. Place the soles of the feet on the mat, hip distance apart, bringing them in close to the body. Press into the feet and lift the hips. Interlace the hands under the back and press the upper arm, forearm, and outer wrist into the floor. Roll the inner thighs down and soften the glutes as the tailbone lengthens towards the heels. Draw the shoulders underneath the chest and lift the shoulder blades towards the back of the heart. And releasing. Option for another bridge pose, or if wheel's in your practice, feel free to press up into wheel. Press into the hands and place the crown of the head on the floor. Press the arms straight, elevating the head off the mat. Roll the inner thighs down and soften through the buttocks. Draw the front ribs down towards the front hip points and breathe into the chest. And releasing all the way back down onto the mat. Hug the knees into the chest and rock side to side, massaging into that lower back. Bring the knees into the forehead as you press the hands into your sacrum, your lower back. Option to stay here, or option to push up into shoulder stand. Legs extend up with the hips opening and the feet engaging towards the front edge of the mat. And when you're ready, releasing, knees back to the forehead. Legs extend over the head behind you with the toes resting on the floor, coming into plow pose. Feeling into the back stretch. Your hands are interlaced, energizing down into the ground. And releasing, going for a couple of rock and rolls up and down the mat. Playing into the spine here a bit, before rocking your way up and coming back into a downward facing dog. On an inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, bring the shin forward, parallel to the front edge of the mat as we set up for pigeon pose. Flex the front foot to activate the shin and protect the knee. Extend the back leg straight back behind you, keeping the top of the foot flat to the floor as the toes spread. Option to put a block under the front hip for support. And slowly lower the chest towards the floor, keeping the sternum moving forward to lengthen the spine. You can rest on the forearms for support here, or if the flexibility is there for you, go ahead and rest the forehead down to the mat. We'll hold here for a couple of breaths. Feeling into that hip joint and trying to relax into it. And on an inhale, slowly pushing yourself back up. Tuck the back toes and rise back, three-legged dog. And releasing, leg down to the mat. On an inhale, that left leg rises, and we'll go for the other side. The shin is forward, parallel to the front edge of the mat. The front foot stays flexed as you extend the back leg straight out behind you. Again, option to place a block or pillow under the front hip for support as you slowly lower the chest towards the floor, keeping the sternum moving forward to lengthen the spine. Breathing into the posture and noticing how different the body feels on this side compared to how it felt on the other side. We'll hold here for a couple of breaths, feeling into the stretch and trying to relax into it. It's not about how deep we can get into the pose, but rather how much we can let go. Trying to relax through those shoulders. You don't want to be holding any tension in the neck. And slowly pressing yourself back up, tucking the toes, shooting that left leg back, three-legged dog, and exhale, releasing it down to the ground. Look forward at the hands, and step jump or hop the feet forward and release down all the way back onto your back. We'll go for reverse tabletop, arms are cactus, legs make a 90 degrees, and drop the knees over to the left. Looking over that towards the right, anchoring down through that right shoulder. We'll hold here for a couple of breaths. Just relaxing and releasing any tension you might be feeling in that lower back. On an inhale, feel into the core as you move your legs back towards the center. And exhale, dropping them over to the right, moving your gaze over to the left, and anchoring down through that left shoulder. We'll hold here. and releasing, coming back through center. Before relaxing all the way down, final resting pose, Shavasana. Legs are extended long out in front of you. The arms rest easy, palms face up at your sides. Slight tuck of the chin, and the shoulders roll down the back. Close down the eyes here, and just connect to the breath. Breathing in and out of the nostrils, in and out of the nose. Relaxing into the posture as you feel your body melt into the earth. We'll stay here for the next few moments. When you're ready and willing, slowly bringing some gentle movements back into the body. Before going for a big body yawn, arms extend out above you, feet reach out in front of you. And slowly roll your way up into a comfortable seat. Close down the eyes. Hands are in prayer in front of the chest. Bring the hands to the third eye. May you have powerful thoughts of wisdom and integrity. Hands come down to the lips. May you speak words of kindness and compassion. And hands come to the heart center. May you feel and give the love that you truly do deserve. Together we say, Namaste.